Dear friends, welcome to your personalized podcast. Today, we explore the importance of pausing and reflecting before making decisions, particularly in high-pressure situations. We'll discuss strategies to avoid hasty commitments and ensure thoughtful decision-making for effective communication and leadership. Have you ever felt the urgency to respond right away, only to regret your swift decision later? This is a common scenario many of us face, particularly in high-pressure situations. The ability to press pause and take a moment to reflect before reacting can be a superpower in decision-making. This skill is crucial, especially when dealing with complex problems or when emotions are running high. Imagine this. Early in my career, I found myself on a call with a client. What was intended to be a routine update turned into a request for an urgent estimate needed for investors. Without pausing to think it through, I blurted out, "It'll take 1 week," only to realize later that I had underestimated the complexity of the task. Determined to meet the deadline I had set, I spent several sleepless nights working on it. Although I managed to deliver on time, I learned a valuable lesson about the importance of taking a moment to assess the situation properly before committing to an answer. From that day forward, I adopted a rule: never estimate on the fly. During discussions, I politely inform clients that I will review the details after the meeting before providing an estimate. This simple act of pausing has saved me numerous times from making hasty decisions. Time, when used wisely, can be an invaluable tool in gaining perspective. It allows us to detach from immediate emotions that may cloud our judgment. It gives us the space to identify potential blind spots and approach situations with a fresh perspective. While it's common for people to demand immediate answers, they often respect rules that prioritize thoughtful decision-making. For instance, you might say, "I have a rule that I never answer immediately." This approach is echoed by Daniel Kahneman, a renowned psychologist and author of Thinking Fast and Slow. In one of his interviews, Kahneman revealed that he often found himself agreeing to requests during phone calls simply to please the other person. To combat this tendency, he instituted a rule. He never gives an answer during the call, opting to get back to the person later. This practice not only helped him avoid unnecessary commitments, but also allowed him the time to contemplate his decisions. Handling emotionally triggering messages is another area where pausing can be beneficial. We all experience moments when a message or email provokes an immediate and strong reaction. In such instances, it's essential to resist the urge to respond immediately. Give yourself a few hours or even a day to cool off. This pause often results in a more composed and precise response, saving you from potential regrets. Leading a team under pressure adds another layer of complexity to decision-making. I recall being involved in a layoff process that required me to deliver difficult news to many colleagues over a short period. Afterward, I faced the rest of the team, who were understandably anxious and full of questions. In these moments, I learned the importance of pausing to gather my thoughts before addressing their concerns. Sometimes, I had to admit that I didn't have all the answers, such as whether more layoffs would occur. In such cases, it's crucial to clarify what you can control and what you cannot. Sharing the actions you are taking demonstrates your commitment and concern. In summary, taking the time to pause before making decisions can lead to better outcomes and spare you from hasty regrets. So what strategies do you use to ensure you're not jumping to conclusions too quickly? That wraps up today's podcast, where we explored the importance of taking a moment to pause and reflect before making decisions to avoid unnecessary stress and enhance leadership. Stay tuned for more updates. Dear friends,